Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of the 2nd until the 8th of February. I'm going to go ahead and start us off by pulling out 2 oracle cards just to see what your main themes for the week ahead are going to be. I'm using my Goddess Oracle currently, and I will be diving into the Quantum Oracle next here. Now, all the cards, as well as my Osteomancy set, have been cleansed and smudged, and so have I. So we are ready to rock and roll for you to see what the week ahead holds in store for my dear Capricorn friends. All right. Ooh. All right, so first things first, we are getting Goddess Caradwin talking about potential, number 9 being highlighted. I love the number 9. I love multiples of 3. All right, now Goddess Caradwin talking about potential is basically kind of this notion of the world is at your fingertips. You have a lot of opportunities to step into a new way or step into a better situation for yourself. It's all about the potential, right? And it's up to us what we decide to do with the potential we have in front of us. But basically, it's kind of the idea that the world is abundant, the universe is abundant, there's enough for everyone. It's a matter of our potential to obtain those things for us. Now, you do have the number 4 with Spirit showing up. It's highlighting the angels of the 4 directions. This looks really good. This is kind of like, I don't know, your angels, your spirits, your guides, your ancestors kind of guiding you on your path here at this time, helping you along your way, and maybe even helping you build on the potential that is already there in front of you at this time, my dear Capricorn friends. All right, so let's see how this fits in. We're going to dive into your Osteomancy, and I will be confirming with my Shadowscapes Tarot. Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know for the 2nd to the 8th of February, please? What does Capricorn need to know? Oh, there we go. What do they need to know, please, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. All right. So I'm just going to move a couple things out of the way that aren't really doing anything here. We'll move that guy and that guy. All right, so I'll just put these guys back. All right, so currently what I can see here is you are very focused here on your money, your finances. Your money and finances are very much tied into a long-term goal you're working on. This long-term goal has a short-term goal kind of branching off of it. So that's kind of interesting to see, kind of a side quest, if you will. Now, I can see your endeavors are very much being protected at this time. You're being kind of lifted up by Spirit, very much Angels of the 4 Directions style. I do like to see that. Now, I do see an external influence that is affecting your coin at this time. I'm curious what that is. I do see healing happening within your work, like your job, your business, that kind of thing. There's some healing happening there, and there's also some healing happening within your long-term goals. I can also see a change that is affecting your long-term goals at this time. Now, within your work, I do apologize if this seems a little convoluted. Usually everything is kind of connected, so I like to pick apart what I'm seeing and then we dive into the specifics. But there's your work here, your job, your business. There's some sort of spiritual work that is in fact tied in with your job, your work. So I'm wondering what that is pertaining to. So let's just start diving right into our clarifications. I do want to start with your coin that you're working on. I'd mentioned there is an external influence that is potentially affecting this coin. And the work that you're doing here is attached to a long-term and a short-term goal. So let's start with the coin. Spirit, what is this work here that Capricorn is doing with their coin? tied in with their long-term and their short-term goals here. What is this work here Capricorn is doing regarding their coin? Okay, so whatever work you're doing here regarding your money, it looks to be good work, a job well done. We've got the overall energy here of the work you're putting in with your coin is confirmed by the Lovers. This is Gemini energy here for you. So this kind of talks about a more positive mindset, trusting and following your feelings, your intuition, things like that. This can also kind of talk about a positive partnership, a positive union between individuals. So I'm getting for some of you that this could potentially be like a partnership, like a loving partnership anyway, because we've got all these cups. We're going to get into that in a moment, but we've got a lot of emotion here tied to the work you're putting into your coin. So I'm wondering if this is a relationship that you're in, you're kind of pooling your money, pooling your resources together. That's kind of what I'm getting for some of you. For others, this could be you just stepping into a business partnership with someone you trust, someone that you've got a good relationship with, a good connection with, maybe a friend, just someone you trust. Now, you do have a lot of really good supporting energy with the Lovers here. We have the King of Cups showing up. The King of Cups is a charitable individual, a very mature individual, emotionally speaking. Now, the King of Cups, he sometimes finds himself in choppy waters where things are a little chaotic, but he is always cool, calm, and collected as a cucumber. So that looks really good. Now, we also have the Nine of Cups showing up as well, bolstering this energy for you with the Lovers. So this is very much a happy, joyful kind of energy here that you're working with. It's like you're building your money, your finances, you're working on your long-term, short-term goals, and you've got a lot of positive energy here supporting you. And positive energy, we all know how that affects our manifestations in a positive way, right? So this looks great. So let's see here. There's an external influence that is affecting your coin. I want to find out if this is a positive or a negative, kind of what's happening with this. Spirit, what is this external influence here that is affecting Capricorn? Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Okay. Spirit, what is this external influence that is affecting Capricorn's coin that they are working on? What is this external influence affecting Capricorn's coin, please, Spirit? Okay. So, overall energy here is Two of Swords. This is balance, this is clear thought, and just focused kind of mindset at this time. This looks really good. It's balanced. Now, you do have strength showing up. Leo's energy, number 8. This is kind of being in control. This is courage. It's being kind of quelling the inner negative thoughts that you might be experiencing at this time. You also have the Seven of Wands bolstering you as well in the Two of Swords, obtaining your balance here. Pardon me. The Seven of Wands talks about kind of holding your ground. It talks about valor in the struggle. This is you here, this fox critter. They're protecting their babies from this grumpy badger. So kind of what I'm getting here is obtaining this balance. There could be a slight external influence. The external influence being the shadow self, the self that doubts, we will say. So just making sure your mindset is very clear, very concise, very focused on a victory mindset, not entertaining the negative thoughts at this time. That's going to affect your manifestations. Because, I mean, you have a lot of potential in you here. You have a lot of potential for growth and forward movement. It's a matter of where our mindset is at here at this time. Okay, so I can see this. There's a long-term goal as well as a short-term goal. that are tied in together, kind of the short-term goal almost looks like a side quest. There is healing happening within your there's healing happening within your long-term goal. And there is a change happening within your long-term goal as well. So this could potentially be pertaining to the healing occurring, but let's just dive right in and find out. Spirit, what is this long-term goal that Capricorn is working towards at this time? What is this long-term goal Capricorn is working on at this time? Okay. So, the long-term goal you're currently sinking your teeth into is being confirmed by the Three of Pentacles. This lets me know the work you're putting in on your long-term goal is good work. It's hard work. You're being encouraged to stay the course. Keep working away. You're doing a good job. You can be encouraged here as well with the Three of Pentacles to seek out positive connections with those around you, maybe working with a team, collaboration, that kind of deal. Now, that being said, with collaboration being mentioned in your long-term goals, we do have the Queen of Swords showing up. The Queen of Swords is this very independent energy. She does accept offers. Her hand is usually out, willing and waiting to accept an offer. However, she doesn't accept offers from people who are not meeting her where she's at in her energy. She's very intelligent as well. You have a lot of wisdom here joining you on this long-term goal that you're working towards. You also have the Hermit showing up as well, kind of helping you along. The Hermit is the number 9. It's Virgo energy. This talks about going inward and raising your awareness. It's kind of going inward and achieving more wisdom through our solace. So I would say if you are considering collaborating with anyone in your long-term goals, just make sure they are meeting you in the same energy. Trust and follow your intuition as well. If it doesn't feel like a good collab partner, don't do it, right? You have a lot to offer here and you don't need anyone mucking that up. So I'm curious what this side quest is for you here that you're also working on. This side quest, as I've mentioned, it kind of branches off of your long-term goal. So let's see what that is. Spirit, what is this side quest here for Capricorn? This side quest that Capricorn is working on that is tied in with their long-term goals as well, please, Spirit. Okay, so regarding your short-term goals that you're working on, we have the Knight of Wands showing up. The Knight of Wands lets you know that the path ahead is clear, so definitely go for it. Now, I do see this Seven of Pentacles showing up here. The Seven of Pentacles kind of refers to you're considering the work that you're doing, just kind of analyzing it. Do I stick it out or do I need to make a change here? Just kind of contemplative energy. And I mean, that makes sense. We had the Hermit showing up. We had the Queen of Swords, very thought-heavy energy here. And this is tied in with your long-term goals. So, I mean, definitely a lot of contemplative energy. Now, we do have the Death card showing up as well. This is Scorpio energy here. So this can indicate an ending to make way for a new beginning. So I'm wondering if some of you maybe potentially are completing a side hustle, a side project. This could be like a short-term contract, maybe like seasonal work or something like that. Kind of what I'm getting is you're just sort of finishing up this work. I don't view it as like this short-term goal. I don't view it as like a huge deal at all. I feel like you've just kind of completed this project and you've kind of analyzed what you've done here and you're like, okay, well, I'm done this project. I'm ready to move on to the next thing. So that looks pretty cut and dry, I would say, for most of you. Now, moving forward, I do see there's this change that is occurring within your long-term goals. There is also healing happening within your long-term goals. So let's find out what the change is. The change and the healing could end up being the same kind of thing, but let's just dive in and take a look. Spirit, what is this change happening within Capricorn's long-term goals, please? What is this change happening within Capricorn's long-term goals, please? Okay, this is interesting. So this change occurring within your long-term goals, I'm kind of getting the vibe that you're working on your long-term goals and then all of a sudden there's a situation that comes up that leaves you feeling maybe a little bit confused potentially, because it's like you have a lot of options. Even these could even represent ideas in front of you as to how to proceed with your long-term goal. So 7 of Cups is about a decision to be made. So you could have a decision here to make this week regarding your long-term goals. Now, Spirit is very much encouraging you to plant seeds for the future with the Knight of Pentacles here. So I'm wondering if this long-term goal that you're working on, because the 7 of Cups talks about a decision to make, maybe having a lot of options in front of you, you could be planting multiple seeds potentially for the future. And this could turn your branch of your long-term goal into a tree where you have a number of different things in front of you that you're able to work off of, if that makes sense. It's a really weird thing to try and describe. But yeah, you do have a decision to make, maybe some options in front of you. Either way, you're being encouraged to continue on your path, press forward. Slow and steady wins the race with the Knight of Pentacles here, planting the seeds for the future. When you're doing this, making these decisions for yourself, it puts you in the 8 of Wands energy into a flow state at this time. The 8 of Wands is awesome. This is inner strength, it's will. And this also talks about entering, as I said, into a flow state where things are happening very quickly, and it almost feels like quite serendipitous as well. So this looks like a positive change, I would say, in your long-term goals. Like, I feel like you're gaining more momentum, let's say, especially after this decision you make. I feel like it just puts you more in the driver's seat of this situation here, Capricorn. Now, let's find out about this healing happening within this long-term goal. Spirit, what is this healing happening within Capricorn's long-term goals, please? Healing happening within Capricorn's long-term goals, please, Spirit. All right, so the healing that is happening within your long-term goals, overall, highlighted by number 8, the Strength card, the card of this Leo energy. This healing that's happening is, I kind of get the vibe of healing your inner strength, kind of quelling the negative thoughts that we might carry sometimes with us and helping us to press forward courageously and in a more empowered space for ourselves. You do have, once again, the Queen of Swords showing up, highlighting your intelligence, your wisdom, and your clarity of thought at this time regarding your long-term goals. So this feels like a very empowered space to be in. You've got a lot of strength here joining you on your path. The Queen of Swords, as we had mentioned, she doesn't accept anything less than she's worth. She knows her worth. She's worth the world and more, right? So this looks really good. Now, we do also have the Page of Swords showing up. There could be a lot of conversation here happening regarding your long-term goals. You might be getting in touch with a mentor, a guide, maybe even getting in touch with your spirit guides for some of you out there. But the Page of Swords talks about communication. The Page of Swords is also very curious. So I think part of this healing energy and finding your strength within your long-term goals is going to be tied to a curious energy. The reason I say that is one of the things I kept hearing regarding like mental health, or like when we feel really low, or if we're struggling with something, the best thing we can do is get curious about it, because that helps us kind of learn more about the situation, even if it's negative. If we're approaching it from this curiosity, it allows us to open our minds to the potential solutions that are around us, right? So definitely looks really good. Now, lastly here, I'm looking at some spiritual work here that you're doing. It is, in fact, sitting on top of your work. It's kind of helping you in your work endeavors. Your work endeavors is also experiencing this healing energy of the Strength card as well. So that looks really good. So let's dive right in here. My apologies for coughing in your ear. All right. Now, if the reading is resonating for you so far, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It helps my channel grow, helps me reach more people, such as yourselves. But either way, I appreciate you being here. I love you. Thank you so much. All right. Spirit, what is this spiritual work tied in with Capricorn's job, their work, their career, their business? What is this spiritual work tied into their job, please, Spirit? Okay, so spiritual work tied into your jobby job is being confirmed overall energy with the 8 of Wands. So this talks about, as we had mentioned before, a flow state. It's serendipity. So the spiritual work that you're doing, the healing that you're doing, it's going to allow you to move into a flow state regarding your spiritual work and your work, your job, your business. This is going to have a domino effect in a positive way. We do have the Knight of Swords showing up. This talks about kind of going through ideas, we're networking, brainstorming, things like that. I'm seeing a lot of conversation for you this week. Just going to throw that out there. Lots of conversation happening. Now, I feel like the spiritual work is very much tied in with the 10 of Swords here, letting go of the things that don't serve us. I mean, your work here is confirmed, like it's being affected by the healing of the Strength card. The Strength card is very much encouraging you to let go of the things you've been ruminating over, to move forward into this strength energy and step into a flow state here for yourself. So I do want to take one more for that. Spirit, what is this work and healing tied in with Capricorn's spiritual work, please? This healing affecting their work, overall affected by spiritual work here, please, Spirit. Okay. So, the spiritual work, this healing that is going to affect your job. This is very clear, and I feel like every single star sign I've read for so far is getting this message. We have the Knight of Swords showing up, talking about, once again, networking, brainstorming, considering things, a lot of ideas happening at this time. Now, your mindset is very much being highlighted. You have two paths in front of you. You can either charge straight forward into the Four of Cups and focus on your emotional overwhelm, focus on the things you've lost, all the scarcity, all the troubles in the world. Or you can remain strong with that Leo energy, the Strength card, keep a balanced mind with the Two of Swords, and step into the Queen of Pentacles energy, where it's wealth, it's health, it's happiness. That is the decision to be made here. Every star sign is facing this decision. There is unlimited potential here in the world for us all. There is unlimited beauty, wonder, abundance, prosperity that is for us all right now if we are willing to stay the course, if we are willing to keep our minds in check. This is very much the message for the week. This has been very loud, very strong for everyone so far. We need to keep our minds in the victory mindset so that we can move forward and manifest the things that we want. Because you've got your angels here guiding you, bolstering you, supporting you, protecting you. You're guided and protected on your endeavors. We just need to make sure we're keeping our minds focused on the prize, keeping our eyes ahead. But I think I'm going to leave it here, Capricorn. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I think you've got a wonderful week ahead of you. It is full of so much potential for you. Don't be afraid to reach out and grab it. Just step into your inner strength and power. All right, take care now.